Hey, what's up guys, welcome to another video. My name is Prince Mason. Today I want to show you a quick creative portrait that I shot for an artist and producer that is releasing music really soon. Now this was just something that we just planned off the top of our head. It was in the house and I was like, oh, you know what, it would be nice to shoot this thing with you because you know your hair looks really nice and let's just try something. So we did. Now all the lights we shot with were continuous lights. We did not have any flash, and a few of them were RGB lights. So if you're looking to do this, then you need the RGB lights, or you need to have what do you call it, gels to actually use. But anyways, before we get into today's video, the first thing I want you guys to do is go to the link in the description down below and click on the link to the Beauty Retouching Masterclass, which is my retouching masterclass, my online course that's coming out on the 1st of March, and go sign up for the early bird list. Now you want to be one of the first people to get into that course. You want to be one of the first people to get the link to register for that course, and the best way to go about that is to actually sign up for the early bird list, because you get a link a day before every other person to register. So check that out if you're looking to improve your retouching, get amazing pictures, take your images to the next level. You really want to be a part of this course, so definitely go check that out. I'll put the link in the description below to Beauty Retouching Masterclass. Check it out. Anyways, now for this particular photo shoot, like I said, if you're trying to achieve something that looks like this, then you need RGB lights. So put that at the back of your mind, or you need to get gels and gel your lights. But you know, that's a little bit clumsy, because for the main light for this photo shoot, I actually used a gel and it was hard to get it to work, but I made it work. That's why the image is actually out here right now. So what I'm going to do is get into Photoshop and show you exactly how I lit this thing, so you can try it at home and see if you can get similar images. But before we do that, let me walk you over the gear that I use. I shot with my Canon EOS R5, which is my go-to camera right now, and I also shot with the Canon 100mm f2.8 macro lens, which is my go-to lens for headshots and some portraits. So put that back in your mind. You're going to be needing a long lens, especially if you're shooting headshots, and you need a really good camera that can work at higher ISOs. Or you can just fix it in post, but I shot this with a camera that's pretty decent, so put that at the back of your mind. So now let's get into Photoshop and I'll show you guys exactly how I lit this image and how I got to the final image. So let's do that. I'm just going to walk you guys through everything that I did to light this particular scene or set, and I'll now show you the final images. So let's just create a new layer here so I can show you guys the main light. So the main light is this light up here. So I'm just going to, this is the main light. Now this is a big umbrella, and the light that is shining inside this umbrella is a Godox VL300. Now this light is gelled. I used one of the Roscoe gels that I just got recently, and this is a blue gel. So this is our main light. This is the light that is meant to just light our subject all through. Now the one thing I did was I put my subject at the edge and I feathered the light, which is something I love to do if the light is just pointing directly at my subject. So let's use another color to show that the light is pointing down directly at the subject. So this light is just pointing down directly at my subject. Now I love using this light setup here because it's really nice and really soft, and it gives a really nice look. It really creates a nice shape to the face, right? And that's our main light, this blue gel. Now the next light that we are using is this light right here, which is the most dramatic light in this particular image. Now this light right here is also a Godox VL300, but it's strapped to this projector that shoots through gobos. So gobos are like small tiny light shapers that are put into projectors like this to shape light a certain way. So if I zoom in, you can see that this right here is shaping this light right here on his eye. So that was the whole idea, to have like a different shade on his eye. Now this is also gelled, and the gel that we used in this particular light was more of an orange gel. So we're going for like a blue orangey type look, right? So that was the look that I was going for. Now I have two other lights that are right here. So let's look at these two other lights right here. There's one here and there is one here. Jesus, my arrow sucks. But yeah, so I have one here and I have one here. Now what these lights are doing is they are lighting my subject right here, but this one on the right I covered completely, but this one on the left right here is just giving a nice separation to my subject from the shoulders, as you guys can see. And then the last light is this light up here. So this is a very affordable light that you can buy. I'll put a link in the description to these lights, or to all the lights, so you guys can definitely go check them out. This is about, I think, $60 or $50. It's a nice RGB light. Now this light was mainly for the hair, to separate the hair from every other light and from the background. Now the major reason why we're doing this shoot was because I really loved his hair, and you know, his hair stood out. I just wanted to something that was different. So that's lighting his hair wasn't actually my idea. A friend that was at the photo shoot just picked up this light and pointed it as his hair, and it just looked amazing. So I decided to go with that. So big shout out to Kelvin for coming through. I'll put a link in the description to his Instagram page, so you guys should definitely go check him out. So that's about it. That's the whole light setup. So we have one light right here up here, which is our main light. We have another light right here from the side, which is just lighting his eye using this projector and this gobo. This is not the Godox one, but Godox also makes one. So if you're using Godox lights, maybe you should get the Godox one. But I mean, this works, and they are typically around the same price. This belongs to my friend Lex Ash, so I don't really know what make this is, but I mean, it works flawlessly. If you go on Amazon, you see them, they work great. So that's nice. The next thing I want to talk about is my light value. So the main light was at 100%. Now this is a 300 watt light, so I'm also shooting through a gel and shooting through this diffuser. It didn't have a lot of power, so I had to bump up my ISO a bit. We're going to get into camera settings very soon, but I just want to go over the whole light setup. Now the other light, which is this Godox VL300 right here at this side, that is so I'm just going to name them. So this is 1, and this is 2, this right here is 3, and this is 4. So 1 is the main light, blue gel. 2 is the dramatic strip light that is going through his eyes, and this is also gelled by an orange gel, and this was at 80%, 1 was at 100%. Then we have this light at the back, which is 3, which is just the hair light. Can't remember what percentage it was at, but we're using kind of like a pink light, and it was probably maybe at 100%, but I can't really remember. So if you're trying to do this, just mess around with the values. And we have number 4 here, which was probably at about 50%, and it was just creating separation, and it's a red light. So let's go into capture 1 so I can show you guys the final image and also go over the camera settings. So right here in capture 1, this right here is one of the images that I picked, and this right here on the right is the image edited, right? But let's just leave the edited image right now alone, and let's go over 2 images that I picked from the photo shoot that I absolutely love. Now let's look at the camera settings, right? I shot with the Canon 100mm f2.8. I shot at f2.8 and ISO 500, then 1/100th of a second. As you guys can see, actually at ISO 500 because the main light was a little bit dull, because it had to go through the gel and go through the umbrella and go through another diffuser. So you know, that would definitely reduce the power of the light that's going to hit the subject, right? Okay, great. Now if you look at this, because I shot with the R5, we basically did not have any noise. The image looks really clean and really sharp. So if you are using a camera like that, then you don't have to worry. But I mean, whatever it is, for a creative shoot like this, you really do not have to worry too much about noise. So if you're using a camera, you can bump up your ISO a little bit more to get a really good exposure, right? Okay, great. So that's about it. This is what we did to get this particular image. So this right here is straight at the camera, and this right here is the final image I edited. This ones I haven't gone into, but this is one image that I absolutely love, and this is just a creative shoot. So if for some reason you have the money right now, you can afford it, then I'll definitely advise you pick up the projectors and the gobos and just mess around with it, and you get some really amazing looks. And also just mess around with color, which is something I'm trying to do more often right now. Just mess around with like some RGB colors and see what I can come up with, and that's about it. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something today. If you guys want to recreate something like this, it's really simple, really easy. You just need a few lights. You need RGB lights, or you can use gels to create this, and you get amazing images. Also, you guys can tell one of the main lights, and the light that got the light across his eyes, was a snoot. So Godox has one. You can get some other ones off Amazon. The amazing thing about it is that they come with like different shapes that you put into it, and you can use it to get different looks. So put that back in your mind. It's really interesting, and it's something that I'm looking to shoot with. more. This is the second time I've shot with it. It's not mine, it's for Lex Ash. You guys should check his videos out. He's an amazing photographer too. So it's something that I'm looking forward to shooting more beauty stuff with over the next few months this year. So I'll probably be getting mine, and I'll be getting the Godox version so I can work with that. Anyways, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you want to be a part of the beauty retouching masterclass, I'll put a link in the description below. Go sign up for the early bird list. Get your link for registration a day before every other person, because there's a ton of people on the list already. So definitely do that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day, guys. Peace out.